I'm following ISRO for quite some time. And last week you were in Bangalore and for a conference on chemical engineering, and you have answered, you have given an interview to the press. So there you have said, national development is possible only when scientific progress is combined with inner reflection, ethics, and a strong sense of responsibility. So I want to know what inner reflection means or you meant. So that's my first question. And in fact, I had three questions. One had already been answered. So my second question is, I'm a conservation educator, also into NASA programs. So development always, interferes with nature. So how do, as an educator, I'm like a cross section, like how do I teach this? And the third question has already been answered because NASA does so many programs for the youngsters. They have NASA STEM and other things. And since you have already started it, I'm very happy about it.
Yeah. Anyway, that question I'll take first and finish it. See, one of the things you need to appreciate is what is the resource constraint under which ISRO has operated. When you compare it with NASA, what they do in STEM and what they do in this, is it a fair comparison? You should think about, simply because ISRO has been given money by the government, same fraction of a yearly budget, which has not changed from starting time. So if I add up all the money India has spent from that time till now, even after adjusting for the value of money, what India has spent on space program is less than a fraction of 1 year's budget of now these countries. Now you can see what India has achieved with that constraint, and then naturally, of course, it is quite but natural to compare. But then the problem of comparison, at some point we have to be careful, because equivalent resources are not there. You have got shortage of manpower, shortage of, and then priorities, etc. So the number of people working is all the time overburdened. They are trying to achieve more than what they can do. This is one part. But anyway, notwithstanding that, efforts are going on, like UVICA programs, children are being brought together. We are trying to do it in our own way, but it is obviously inadequate, because again, when you compare the size, American size and Indian size, if you compare, and their resource, our resource, you compare, again we have a problem. We are much bigger in population, etc. So anyway, that is one. Now, other part you are asking about what I spoke in Bangalore. Now, if you really look at, it's a much more deeper thought process in the sense, if you look at human being, what is it that human being has been trying to do in this world right from early times? All the time, he is trying to deal with the problems he is facing or humanity is facing by expanding the intrinsic capability with which a human being operates on this planet. So the way I explain it, you are a robotic system with 5 sensors. You have 5 Jnanendriyas to take inputs, and you have 5 Karmendriyas to do function. You have one Asli intelligence which is running you, and then you have one memory which you start building up by virtue of your own experience. You keep filling information there. Your intelligence uses that information to deal with any real-time situation. Another memory your system has got by the very process of your birth. So now, how did humans start evolving on planet Earth? Initially, your physical strength was not adequate to deal with bigger animals. So what did humans do at that time? They looked around, they found a stone. They started using that stone as a tool, made it sharper, took a stick, started fighting from a distance, converted that stick into bow and arrow. That means they went on going beyond their physical capability by looking at how things are happening around. Same way, if you see, you can see only when earlier sunlight was there. But you saw other life forms capable of seeing at night. So what did humans do? They have built gadgets, infrared camera, ultraviolet, X-ray, radars. That means all these are present in nature. So they started observing how it is operating, then gradually built step by step tools to enable them to look at how things are happening in nature and reduce their own physical labor. And then again, same way, if you look at how many kilometers can you walk in an hour? Few kilometers. But today what humans have done, they have domesticated animals, they ride them and they move much faster. They found wheels, built machines, they saw birds flying, they built planes. So basically the point is, all the concept exists in nature. He is learning to translate that by using some tools and manipulating those tools to enhance his capability. Today he has reached a stage where lot of physical labor he has reduced. But then machines without intellectual capability is a problem. So now he is paying attention to how to build your asli intelligence in that machine as artificial intelligence. He is attempting to do that. We are still far away, but that is the attempt. Now coming back to your question, if you look at humans, that means what is a human system? It is endowed with an intelligence which is operating on the basis of the 5 sensors. So it is trying to find out how it can overcome its limitation by getting inspiration from nature and evolving itself. So who are the people who have succeeded in the world so far? Those who had the keen ability to make observation and translate those observations into reality. So now you see inward journey, what it can mean. Another aspect is it only the 5 sensors you have through which you can get to know things? Or do humans have an ability to get information beyond the 5 sensors? What do you think? Is it possible?
Yes, it's possible.
So if it is possible, what is that capability? How does one achieve such a capability? Anybody wants to answer?
Become a seeker.
No, there may be methods, but basically any information you get about the world comes to you through your 5 senses. Even when you read anything, it is coming through your sensor. So I am asking a question. As a human being, do you think you have a capability to get inputs beyond the 5 sensors? Just as a thought process.
Through our DNA,
But that is within you only.
but we are getting the information, no?
Yeah, but that's all within you as a system. I am now asking, other than the 5 sensors, from the universe. Okay, now I'll tell you, what is this mobile doing right now? In the same environment, if it is his mobile, this mobile is receiving specific information meant for him, decoding, decrypting and showcasing to him. Correct?
Yes.
Now I also made one statement, if you recall. Humans have looked at inspiration in nature and then created tools. So if this gadget is doing outside its physical boundary, information exchange, it is sending and receiving information. How did somebody visualize such a thing as a possibility?